back again. Same outfit. For me, same day. Figured while I'm at it, we'll tackle some more of that pile of parts that I had on that bench you saw in the last video. So this one, it's risky. I've been wanting to do some crash bars, some saddlebag guards on the rear of the bike, but as I'm sure everybody who's looked knows, they are all stupid expensive. You're talking $350 for Harley's hoops, for lack of a better design or term. Either I think it's more or less. Not that there's any other options, but there's a price difference if you want chrome or black. I want to do chrome this time. The other option is their flat out bar style, the two in chrome or black. Those are about $400. Of course, you've got Santoro out there. I think Hogworks has a version, but Hogworks, as far as I know, is only in black, and it's $300. Santoro's, I think, $500. And while I'm sure all of those are good products or superior products, that's just more money than I have in my budget to do something for crash bar, something that, let's be honest, these things are really only helpful in low speed to no speed stuff. Anything beyond that, gravity is a bitch. So I decided to go a little budget friendly on this one. Went with a company that I'm unfamiliar with. Now, I bought everything that you're going to see from them. They don't know me at all, but I got a whole set of foot controls, and I got the bag guards. Today, we're just going to do the bag guards. But I came across them on FaceSpace, been reading some reviews on them, reading comments, and it's mostly positive. But they are out of China. I've been to their website, and they even acknowledge, yes, we're a Chinese company, but we are trying to change the reputation that everything that comes out of China is garbage. So you know what? For less than $200, I picked up their bag guards in chrome with a highlight color that goes between the bars and the Delrin sliders, which honestly on theirs is probably plastic. And we're going to give it a whirl. So let me spin you around, show you what we got. So I've already got it laid out here with tools and whatnot. So the company I got this from is called Mactions, Mactions. I'll put it up here on the screen along with a link to their site. But they have these discs that are in 3 different colors: red, blue, gold. There might be a black one. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure I remember seeing red, blue, and gold. Came with plastic or Delrin sliders, the hardware, and honestly, it doesn't look half bad. I mean, the chrome is chrome. The welds are better than anything that I would do. So, and they feel fairly stout. So, for a low speed tip over, this is going to be better than nothing. So I went and got some tools out. The one thing that the one thing this kit didn't come with were these T45 bolts, which is a bit of a bummer, but fortunately I'm a pack rat, and I had them left over from the 19, but they go in up here. Because on my 19, and probably all of them, at least from 14 to 23, have a little standoff bumper here that you have to remove to put these bag guards on, and then you put the bolt back in and you just throw away or keep the thing that's here. I have mine because pack rat's life. So you're going to need those. I couldn't even hazard a guess as to what the pitch is on them, but we're talking, it's like a 1-inch bolt. It's a T45. I just happen to have them in my bolts bin. So the other thing is these bolts here are a 10 millimeter. I got my Loctite out and some painter's tape. I did a little legwork ahead of time in case you didn't notice, but I'm gonna have to cut that bag rail because I'm not about to go and buy the one that Harley has, it's already pre-cut. If I screw this up too bad, guess what? I've got an extra set of those rails up there, up there, because again, pack rat life. So I just kind of set the bars in place, lining it up here, and the chrome bar goes out to about here. So I painter's tape, a little black mark there. I'm going to cover my exhaust here because I'm going to get my cutoff wheel, nip that off on both sides. See, both sides. And then I can pull that bottom bolt and slide the new bar on, and with any luck, my bolt holes will line up. So I'm going to go ahead and get my cutoff wheel out for that, and we'll find out if Mactions really is making Chinese products good again. Hold up. All right, bar is cut. Not the prettiest cut, but it's cut, cleaned up as best as I felt like cleaning it up, and went ahead and took this little remainder off. So you got a 9/16 bolt here and a 9/16 nut on the back side of this. So got that out, cleaned up the cut, went ahead and did that on both sides, got it out of the way. So now I'm ready to grab whichever one of these I need for the high side, which I think is going to be this one. Yep, and we'll come back for that when we get to the other side. So mosey over here, try some more one-handed stuff. If this doesn't work, we'll cut. So slide that on, hopefully. That kind of fighting my cut a little bit, so let me get two hands on this and I'll check back. Okay, so it is on, and I'm gonna say if you spend more, you're probably gonna get a slightly better fitment, but the caveat to that is part of that is because of the pipe that I did was kind of fighting where these bars wanted to connect. So I'm not really going to fault them for that, because if I were still running, say a 2-into-1 out the back, or a 2-into-2, or the stock exhaust, that probably wouldn't have been an issue. But as you can see, I kind of had to slip this little arch cut inside into the muffler tip there. So I mean, everything's tight and nothing should rattle, but initially I was ending up with about a 1/2-inch gap here, and I wasn't digging that. Now, that being said, I know some of these more budget-friendly bars, some people have run into an issue of this part here bottoming out and hitting the swing arm. And what they were doing was spacing this out about a 1/2 inch for a little bit more clearance, and spinning the brake line down and in a little bit just to kind of create a little bit more space through here. So I'll probably do that. I think we're all right, but also I did go to a slightly taller shock. These were on my 19, and I believe they are a 13-inch, 12-inch. I think these are the 12-inch. So I don't know if I'm going to have an issue bottoming out. I don't know if people who were having that issue were still running the stock suspension or not. But these are an inch longer and dialed in for my weight and my riding style. Still going to pivot that down a little bit just for clearance. This side went on, not a problem. Everything feels solid. That's a nylock nut, no need for Loctite. I did put some Loctite on these two top T45s. So now I'm gonna swap batteries on the camera. We'll throw our sliders on with our decorative color ring, and we should be ready to put our bags on and hope that our saddleman fits on here, because I feel like this is wider than some of the competition. So let me grab some parts and some tools and a battery, and we'll find out. All right, everything's on. Seat, bags, everything's got good clearance. So it was a little bit tough getting the seat on. because, as I pointed out, this flat spot is a little wider than the other options. But I made it work. You know, I'm just kind of shoved as far back as I could get it, because I can't go any more forward because of how the Saddleman has the seat notched here. But, you know, it works. Everything's tight, everything looks good, and honestly, the chrome double bar, or at least chrome flat out bar, I don't know what you want to call it, does look good with the chrome chop engine guard. So, because I don't think I'm going to do the flat out front. I think I'm content with, you know, this flat out in the rear. So let's see if I can't come around, maybe get you a better angle on this with some better lighting even. So, like I said, it is tight with the exhaust, but it's hard saying if, you know, that's their fault or a design issue, or if it's on me because of the pipe that I went with. So I'm going to go ahead and chalk it up to this one's on me because of the pipe. If you've got a different setup, you'll probably be in better shape. If you've got this setup, or maybe the TBR turnout or shorty, you might run into a similar issue, but you can make it work with a little bit of ingenuity, which is what we got going on here. So overall, there are some flaws in the chrome, you know, but for less than 200 bucks, you kind of expect it, you know. Everything feels solid. Everything fit well together when I didn't have an exhaust pipe in the way. So, is it perfect? No. Is it Santoro or Hogworks or Advan or Harley? Hell no. Is it just cheap Chinese garbage? No, not really. You know, there are some fitment issues I think could be resolved or done better. But time will tell. But if you're on a budget, that to me, that's an option. So I think if I had to rate this, you know, 1 to 10, with you know, 1 being cheap Chinesium and 10 being, say, Santoro, you know, I'd probably have to say this is probably a solid 6 or a 7 out of 10. For the money, I'm happy. You know, like $196, $193, something like that. You know, and if you sign up for their mailing list, at least when I did, they gave me a 10% off code. So I was able to get this and a full set of foot controls for about $300, $330. And honestly, when you start shopping around and you start looking at foot controls, like I was looking at Flow Moto, beautiful, I'm sure top-notch quality. Even with the discount code, I was at $775. And that's front boards, rear boards, brake pedal, shifter peg. Damn. And then finding rear crash bars, you know, $300, $400, $500, $600. More if you wanted chrome like I did. You know, I think Santoro setup for what I got going on here was damn near $1,000. Again, I'm sure you get what you pay for. But for what the purpose is of these, I'm real happy. So we'll see if my happiness extends to the foot controls, which will probably be the next video. But no, I dig it. You know, 6 or 7 out of 10. Good job, Mactions. I'll give you that. Now, if anybody out there has run these bars and has had any sort of a negative experience, hell, if you've had a positive experience, jump down in the comments. Let me know. I want to know. There are things I need to look out for aside from moving that brake line over. You know, I've got the taller rear shocks. Am I still gonna bottom out? I don't know. But if you know, let me know, you know? So that's it. Like I said, next video will be foot controls, again, from Mactions. Again, they don't know me. I bought everything. But I will put the links down below for the saddlebag guards. And I think that's it. It was just saddlebag guards. There's a lot going on, and I'm kind of doing back-to-back videos here, so maybe I can stack a few up and quit, you know, missing out on time with you guys and gals. So anyway, that's all I've got. Questions, comments, concerns, let me know. I'll get back at you. But until then, we'll catch y'all later. See ya.